Thank you, Mr. Chair. Just a point of personal privilege. I want to recognize my good friends DeAndre and Vanessa Brown and the whole team over from Lifelines of Success. If you'll stand, please, all of you will stand, please. And if you'll give them a round of applause, make them feel welcome. Thank you, sir. We love and appreciate everything that you guys do for the city of Memphis. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you, Representative Parkinson, and I second that. I've had the opportunity to work with DeAndre Brown over the interim period, and I'm sure we'll talk more as you come forward for your presentation, but thank you all for being here today. And next up, we have DeAndre Brown from Lifeline to Success. Mr. Brown, welcome. Please come forward and share with this committee whatever you'd like, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Thank you for members of the committee for allowing us this opportunity. I do have a handout that I would like to circulate for the members, and I have a PowerPoint. Let's see. Escape. Wait a minute, I'm confused. Uh-oh. I'm nervous. John, could you give me a hand real quick, please? As he does that, Lifeline to Success is the next offender reentry program in every sense of the word. And I thank you all for hearing us, and I give honor to all of those that have presented before me. We are on the same page. I believe the case has been made. I did. You didn't get it? No worries, no problems. Perfect. That makes it even easier. We've been here for 10 years, and the reason this work is important to me is because I am a convicted felon. I am one that knows the struggles. I've been out of prison now for 14 years, and everything that I've done, we've done through hard work and no excuses. The members that you see before you today are generally low-skilled, have had low educational attainment, and when they came to us, they were more than likely active criminals. We believe that public safety is the responsibility of the public. And in order to create a safe environment, I believe the easiest way to reduce crime is to change the behavior of a criminal. We don't take the easy cases. We don't take people that just need a job. We take people that will kill you. Then we convince them that that's not a smart idea. And after doing that, we then teach them how to go out and clean up the neighborhood to gain respect. And when they begin to gain the respect, they begin to see value in themselves. One of the strongest drivers in crime is not poverty, because all poor people are not criminals, and all criminals are not poor people. A driver of crime that is most effective in my life, that I understand to be, is a lack of morality. So what we do at Lifeline to Success is we develop a morality, and then we hold each other accountable to the standard that we've agreed upon. So they can't say, you're trying to make me do this, you're trying to make me do that. No, what do you think makes us a better society? What makes you a better man? What makes you a better woman? What helps you to become a better parent? And what gives you value? So one of the things that we did when we started 10 years ago was we started volunteering in the community, because our mission then was to change the perception of what it is to be a convicted felon. And you can't change perceptions in a vacuum. So I went out and started cleaning up the city free of charge. We take those abandoned houses. Blight was a big issue. The neighborhood that we represent was one of the hardest hit by the foreclosure crisis, so much so that the city of Memphis sued Wells Fargo Bank and received a settlement. Part of their money was invested in cleaning up the city, but we went out and cleaned it up before that. We took our guys, and it was 110 degrees, and we cut grass free. We took drug dealers, burglars, thieves, folks that caused harm, and we got together with our green shirts, and we went out and started cleaning up the neighborhood. It got so I don't want to say bad. It got to the point where when we would go to clean up a property, people would pull chairs out. I had to tell them, don't give them beer because they can't drink. They would bring beer and bring water, because when we went into a neighborhood, people knew when we left, it would look different. They didn't know at the time that we were dealing with people that have had bad histories, that had criminal convictions. They didn't know that the people in the neighborhood had once terrorized the neighborhood. And in doing so, we were able to garner the respect of our city, our county, so much so that we are now partners with the city of Memphis, Shelby County. We're partners with the district attorney's office, the U.S. attorney's office. We're partners with, thank God, the governor, BLE, put me on his reentry task force. If they have letters, we are members. And I don't sit before you today because I graduated college. I don't have most people get the opportunity to share with bodies like this because they have letters behind their name, DDS or PhD. No, that is not my testimony. My testimony is I am here because I have numbers behind my name. 18888-076. It's my federal number. I have seen things that I shouldn't have seen because I've done things that I shouldn't have done. but it's allowed me a unique perspective on how we turn this thing around. If we're truly going to be a state that it reforms this criminal justice system, we must first understand that the Department of Correction has to be a Department of Correction. What we've had is a Department of Punishment. And punishing people never works. And I know if you are a parent, the way you got your children to behave is you corrected their behavior. You didn't just whip them. What we do is we correct behavior. We give them the tools and the skills necessary, and we're a long-term program. You don't come to us for 6 weeks, 6 months, 6 years, because remember, we're dealing with treatment-resistant individuals that need criminogenic remodification of the way they think. They need to be repurposed, and then when they're reskilled and retooled, they don't know how to change a flat. Check my time. They don't know how to change the oil in a vehicle. But after leaving us, they're able to do those things, and they feel pride in the fact that they're able to contribute positively. What I would ask of you as you deliberate is that you take into consideration that the experts have been getting it wrong. Trust me, I'm an expert. I know what it's like to sleep on the bunk and pray you could go home. And I told myself when I got home, the only way I was going back to prison was with a badge so I could let me out. So I go into the prisons on purpose to provide hope. The only thing you can expect from someone with no hope is failure. What we do is we provide hope to hopeless individuals. We create hope for them, show them that it exists, and then let them know that they can have it. And after giving them hope, then we get them to trust us. And one thing about trust is when you get it, you generally don't want to lose it. And we've developed a program, y'all. I apologize. I have to say decorum. I do. My subjects and verbs generally agree. We've developed a system that produces positive, productive citizens like no other. We will take what was broken, lost, turn it around, polish it up, make it shiny, and then put it on the market, and then sell it to the highest bidder. And trust me, the price is pretty high. So I challenge you as you deliberate that you begin to really see it from a different perspective. Don't see it as they're bad people that don't know how to act. See it as people that are culturally insensitive that need to learn how to assimilate in a new society and a new economy and learn different morality and values. And we're doing that in all of the organizations that have spoken before you, but I know we're doing it in Memphis. Thank you.
Thank you, members. Mr. Brown, allow me on behalf of the committee to thank you for punctuating what has been a very productive day. I think everybody from hearing your remarks and those that preceded you knows exactly why we needed to hear this message today. And as we deliberate throughout this rest of this legislative session, we'll be talking about a lot of the topics that you touched on and your colleagues before you touched on. So thank you very much for sharing that with us today, sir.
Thank you all. Have a great day.
Absolutely.